in one of the most anticipated political battles that is expected to take place during the fifth phase of the Lok Sabha polls, the heated battle for Amethi. While the Union Minister Smriti Irani has already filed a nomination to contest from Amethi, it is the Congress that is still mulling over its candidate for a widely recognized Gandhi bastion of Amethi and Raebareli. The final decision has now been left up to the Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge. Meanwhile, our sources tell us that the Congress is not being able to make any decision on Raebareli and Amethi thus far. There are other people who are also in the race from within the Congress. Sources also tell us that Priyanka Gandhi Vadra will not be contesting the polls, and it will be Rahul Gandhi who will be picked either for the battle in Amethi or in Raebareli. Congress leader Jairam Ramesh has said that the announcements will be made within the next 24 to 30 hours, and they are not scared or not intimidated by anybody for not having made this decision thus far. I'm going to start my conversation. Let's get in the Congress spokesperson into the telecast, Dr. Pooja Tripathi. The question on everybody's minds, will Rahul contest Amethi? Will he not? And there is a number of times this justification that is being given by the Congress leaders, by the Congress spokespersons, that this makes for quote-unquote good optics. This is good publicity for the Congress, because now news channels and media organizations and newspapers and digital media are all talking about Rahul Gandhi. They are all fixated on whether Rahul is going to fight the election or not fight the election. My question to you is, does it really make for good optics for the Congress? It is, on one hand, you have a decisive leadership. You take a decisive, strong-willed decision that, listen, the elections are on the anvil. Amethi is the Congress bastion. I have unfortunately lost last time around in 2019, but it was perhaps an anomaly. This time around, I am going to take the bull by its horns. Why is such sentiment not seen within the Congress?
Megha, Amethi's decision would be out in 24 hours. As has been said by Mr. Jairam Ramesh, the decision has been left to the Congress President, who heads the Central Election Committee of, and you'll soon get, I understand all the media hype, I understand all the curiosity, I understand all the complexities around Amethi and Raebareli, but you'll soon get our candidates. And does it make a good optics or does it not make a good optics? What does not make a good optics is, why has BJP not announced a candidature from Kaisarganj? We should be asking this. Are they going to field the one who has been accused of abusing our women wrestlers, Brij Bhushan Singh Sharan, again, where he claims he will be? Again, talking of optics, does it look good that somebody there, Hassan MP candidate, had 2,976 videos filming abusing a women from 6 years to 68 years, and Prime Minister Modi, being in this knowledge of Prime Minister Modi since December 2023, as is claimed by Devraj Gowda himself. They fielded him, they had an alliance, they sealed an alliance with him. He campaigned for him, saying, "Aap usko vote denge, to aap Modi ko shakti denge." This is what the optics.
I agree, and this has been part of my debate and discussion with regards to this molestation that has taken place of a number of women in the videos, obscene videos that have been circulated, this report from Karnataka. But my debate focus here right now is about Amethi and Raebareli and the lack of candidature announcement from the Congress's side.
So Amethi and Raebareli's Congress candidature would be announced in another 24 hours. Mr. Gandhi, and we talk about Mr. Gandhi himself, he has represented Amethi for 3 terms and he has done substantial amount of work. It was Mr. Gandhi whose self-help groups of Amethi was his brainchild. And when we see 13,795 self-help groups traversing across some 1,48,135 women, and these are the women who are taking the health initiatives to each and every village of Amethi, this is Mr. Gandhi's brainchild. It was Mr. Gandhi's brainchild who took 5 institutes of higher excellence in Amethi. It was Mr. Gandhi's brainchild who brought Bhel, who brought sail and rail meal factories there. It was Mr. Gandhi's brainchild who created an ecosystem of organic farming in Amethi. So Mr. Rahul Gandhi has done a lot for Amethi, and he has represented, not to forget, 3 terms in parliament. and I'm sure there's too much back and forth for those seats, and the candidature would be announced in next 24 hours. It's a no-brainer.
Okay, all right. Savio, how do you react to what Dr. Pooja Tripathi has to say? Also, Jairam Ramesh clarification and the justification he gives that even the BJP has not announced its candidate from Raebareli. So, why all this pressure and why all the eyeballs on the Congress?
Well, I always appreciate a discussion when you have Dr. Pooja Tripathi because she's obviously eloquent, but and she uses words that give me an opportunity to counter back. So when she uses the word Amethi and the various efforts that Rahul Gandhi has done in Amethi being his brainchild, what I want to ask her and the rest of the Congress, if so much has been done and has been the brainchild of Rahul Gandhi, then why is the hesitance in order to contest the election from what has been the brainchild of Rahul Gandhi? Has the brains been left aside in some other place? Or has he gotten scared? What is the real reason? Because we know when he came against Smriti Irani, who's a representative of the women power in the BJP, he obviously fled and he lost. And that is sad because, yes, there is no doubt that Congress is a political party that is one of the oldest political party. But such leadership raises questions in the minds of the Congress workers themselves. Because it appears that Rahul Gandhi, no doubt, might not contest in Amethi is a different point of view. But his political career is that of a person sitting on a rocking chair. And while there is movement happening and the Congress workers are looking at it with awe saying, my God, the rocking chair is moving, the fact of the matter is neither is he nor the Congress getting anywhere. It's just moving. There's motion happening, but there is no real movement on the ground. There's no progress happening on the ground.
Okay.
But, like I said earlier, it is Congress's choice. Amethi is a done and dusted constituency. Smriti Irani has come with a baseball bat and smashed Rahul Gandhi's brainchild all over the place in order with the right kind of progress, with the right kind of development.
Okay.
If anything was your child, you never abandon your child and go anywhere.
Okay.
Rahul Gandhi abandoned his brainchild and he left.
Okay, all right. Advocate Manasvi Thapar, how do you have to react to this? Again, the question, you still have time to field your candidate, file your nominations, and do you feel there is anything wrong if the Congress waits up until the last time, last hour, last minute to then announce the candidature and allow for the candidate to file his nomination?
I think there is no mandate like that you have to file it immediately whenever the date's open. It can be the last minute of that time. I think it's completely okay. And I think the hesitation is also right from the Congress point of view, because Rahul Gandhi, the top leader of the Congress and the topmost leader of the opposition, lost an election. They have to calculate their ways. It's an election. It's not like thappo khel rahe ho, thappa khel rahe ho, and you just have to come out and say ki gulli danda khel rahe ho, ki aaj main khelunga. It's an election. It's a proper election. It's a career of a political person who has had a family record of winning from Raebareli and Amethi, and they have to think over it. And there is nothing wrong in thinking over it. I think it's all the contrary, all the more right. They should think for the last moment, and it's about the career of Congress also, because it largely depends upon the performance of Rahul Gandhi, and it's also about his performance in Amethi. So that also is all the point. It's all human and it's natural for a political party to think over when they have lost an election of their topmost leader, that how do we react to it. So why the reaction is two-way here. If he fights back, it gives arms and ammunition to the Karyakarta. Yes, we are fighters and we are fighting it back. Secondly, if he fights and he loses, what is going to be the then course of action for Congress and Rahul Gandhi? And they have to think over it. I think there's nothing wrong in it. And on the contrary, more arms and ammunition have been provided by the BJP. They are the people who are more worried about is Rahul Gandhi fighting from Amethi or not. They are the people who are more and more interested about Rahul Gandhi. So it's only adding to the more publicity factor of Rahul Gandhi. How important is Rahul Gandhi for BJP? Only this shows that.
Okay, but Manasvi, does it also not make for the narrative that BJP is now riding on, saying that since Rahul Gandhi has still not filed his nominations. An announcement has still not been made by the Congress of whether Rahul Gandhi is going to be fielded from Amethi. It means that the Congress has already conceded defeat, that Rahul Gandhi has already let go of his weapons against Smriti Irani.
See, one thing is for sure, Congress has in the last 10 years have not performed well. They are on the losing end of it. Even the last Vidhan Sabha election, they have not performed well. So they are on the losing end. So since they are, even then, while they have been losing so much of things, they still have 22% of the vote share of the entire country. And there is only possibility to count. There is only one political party which looks like a possibility to counter BJP. Though the juggernaut of BJP is not very possible for them to defeat, but the possibility of fighting an election in a democracy and the principal opposition party still remains Congress, and the principal opposition leader still remains Rahul Gandhi, and it is all the more natural for them and for the entire opposition to take slow steps in deciding their candidature of Rahul Gandhi and Amethi, because they don't have to file the nomination. If BJP is wanting them to file it today, tomorrow, they don't have to do it that way. They have to see what is their arm and ammunition, what is their vote bank status, what is their money status, what is their campaigning status. They have to calculate everything. And how can he devote that much of time? So that is also they have to look. And most importantly, if he is fielded, he is not supposed to lose. That is also what they need to think over and over again, because it's the sawal.
No, it's a catch-22 situation. It's a double-edged sword. If he fights, then he has to win it. Last time around, the Congress could ride on the tide and say this is an anomaly. If he loses it this time around as well, it becomes a pattern. And everything that Poonam Tripathi is talking about, all the development work, all the institutions, educational institutions, medical institutions that have been opened up in Amethi, thanks to the Congress, thanks to Rahul Gandhi, fall flat. This argument falls flat because the people are the one who are voting for you, and if the people decide you're not good enough, that the BJP is good enough, that the BJP has done the work, then like I said, your contention that the work has been done by the Congress and the appreciation is being taken up by the BJP falls flat, does not really work. Now, the point that has been made by Jairam Ramesh, and I'm going to repeat this, in Raebareli, the BJP has not announced their candidate to field against the Congress. Now, isn't the BJP also playing on the back foot and waiting for the Congress to announce the candidate and then put in their candidate as well? And the second question, what is wrong in waiting until the last date to announce a candidate and file a nomination?
Well, Megha, I'll answer your second question first. Now, Smriti Irani has an early mover advantage in an election. That is a very important factor. There is a clarity in the minds of people out there. She has already won the Amethi seat once, and she is on the trot in the second time. Now, if a candidate, look at the Prime Minister, when in 2014, he contested from 2 Lok Sabha seats, because that was his first election. But subsequently, he only contested from one seat, Varanasi. And here in the case of Rahul Gandhi, he contested twice, and once you have won from Wayanad with a heavy margin, then again, if you're looking for 2 seats, one, it speaks a volume about Wayanad, there is something wrong out there. Secondly, at Amethi, even if you declare your candidacy now or at the last moment, the results are a foregone conclusion out there. Therefore, would the Congress take the risk or not is a very big factor which they are trying to, put a lot of mind on that particular question. Now, as I've always maintained, there are 2 factions in the Congress. One is a Rahul faction, one is a Priyanka faction. Priyanka wanted Rahul Gandhi to contest from Amethi, and which means if Rahul Gandhi loses from Amethi, which the probability is yes, if he contests from that place, then there will be a huge question on his leadership. And that rivalry is being played out within the Congress. Now, Priyanka is not contesting the elections. Probably she has been prevailed upon not to contest from Raebareli. Maybe from Raebareli, Rahul Gandhi chooses to contest from Raebareli, which will also send a very wrong signal that he has run away from Amethi. So it's a catch-22 situation. If you give a big candidate to Amethi as Rahul Gandhi and he loses, there is a Tua on one side. And if he doesn't contest from there, there is a Khai on the other side.
Okay.
It's a double-edged sword, as you said. That kind of politics is playing within the Congress, and it's not a very good situation. I mean, you may keep a kind of a bravado on the TV channel that it is my prerogative and I'll do it at the last moment. No, the people are watching very closely. A tall leader like Rahul Gandhi, whom the Congress claims that his all kinds of yatras has been successful and he has been able to rejuvenate Congress. And if even then they have to think and take so much time for Amethi, then there is something wrong within the Congress, and their understanding of the politics is also, not very good.
Okay. Dr. Pooja Tripathi, how do you have to respond to all these reactions that are pouring in? And the second question I want to pose to you is about Rai Bareli, an important seat. Sonia Gandhi is not fighting the election. She has taken her candidature and is now the Rajya Sabha Member of Parliament from Jaipur. And Priyanka Gandhi, and is there a conundrum here that, if Priyanka were to be contested from Rai Bareli and Rahul from Amethi, and Priyanka ended up winning more number of seats, then she will overshadow Rahul Gandhi, and that's not what Congress or the Gandhis want.
I think ये जो मनोहर कहानियां चल रही हैं मेघा, that there is a Priyanka faction, there's a Rahul faction, and I think this should be called out. Gandhis are the most close-knit family, and their family bond is nothing like what we see.
No, I'm on the contrary talking about how strong the Gandhi bond is. And therefore, the very hesitancy of the Congress to field Priyanka from Rai Bareli, if that's the talk that is going on, as per sources, my reporters tell me, on the ground, the chat, the rumors that are floating is the likelihood of Priyanka being given Rai Bareli ticket perhaps be lower because Priyanka herself doesn't want to overshadow her brother.
Oh, please, Megha. I think we should stop this. I said now we should stop this Manohar Kahaniya. Priyanka is an independent person and is a very formidable leader of Congress. Saying she will win Rai Bareli and she will overshadow Rahul Gandhi is a far too fetched rumor, has many mouths, and there may be many, but when you see this bond of brother and sister, when you see the bond of the whole Gandhi family, something to cherish from, and something that inspires each one of us. So there's all these conspiracy theories can be laid to rest. Priyanka is an independent leader. Priyanka is a formidable leader. Her oration is something that matches up to what supreme leaders think, and it's her decision when to enter the political fray. It's her decision when to enter the electoral fray. And whenever she wants to, she will file an application. She will talk to the Central Election Committee. And as I said, the Central Election Committee headed by Khargeji decides on each and every seat, whether it is Amethi, Rai Bareli, whether it's Wayanad or whether it's anywhere, Raipur, Chhattisgarh, Bilaspur, anywhere. So I think these conspiracy theories should be made to rest.
What about Robert Vadra? Because he also dropped hints. He came out in the media and said he's keen on contesting the election and he would want to contest from Amethi.
I think it was Mr. Vadra's personal statement. It's not endorsed by Congress. It's not endorsed by any of the Congress leaders. And he just went on to media, and media thought it's a good scoop. So they just started talking to him. And so that is not something to be discussed.
Okay, all right. Although the Congress has not, or the Gandhis have not still come out making a public statement that they distance themselves from Robert Vadra's statement.
Rai Bareli will definitely put up a very strong candidate. Coming to Mrs. Gandhi, Mrs. Sonia Gandhi, we all know her health has been deteriorating. It's a public, this news is in public domain that her health has been severely deteriorating since last year. So she took a break from electoral politics, and I'm sure, she has been so sick that she couldn't go to campaign in the last election. But Rai Bareli, the Janta of Rai Bareli loved her, cared for her, and sent her to parliament. And we respect her decision, and I think everyone should respect. She had a long political career. She gave a lot to the country. Yeah. And now she'll be a distinct.
But the opposition, BJP is spinning it around and saying that Sonia Gandhi fled because she was scared of losing to the BJP this time around.
Why are they hesitant on announcing the Kasarganj candidate? Is there some kind of pressure optics from Brijbhushan Sharad Singh? He goes on to media and claims कि मुझे कोई छू नहीं सकता, किसी की औकात नहीं है. or they want to come out in good optics saying कि जिसने हमारे women wrestlers पे तो हाथ डाला, we don't want to field him. Why this Kasarganj, which was a sure shot seat for BJP, as per the claims of the esteemed member of parliament Kasarganj, why they have not announced it? I want to ask this. I want to put forward this question.
Okay.
Bharatiya Janata Party.
Okay, Savio, as Manasvi also said, when it comes to politicians and big leaders of political parties fielding their candidates, fielding themselves, it is a shrewd decision. It has to be well calculated, and there is nothing wrong in doing so. There have been leaders in the past who have also been prime ministers of our country, including Indira Gandhi, including Prime Minister Narendra Modi, who have fought from two constituencies, let go of the other. And it is not necessarily every single time they have been able to win from both the constituencies.
Megha, let me correct this assumption that people have that the BJP is afraid of Rahul Gandhi. The fact of the matter is we would want Rahul Gandhi to contest because we personally believe that Rahul Gandhi is one of the biggest star campaigners for the BJP. Whenever Rahul Gandhi opens his mouth, whenever Rahul Gandhi, eloquently talks about his wonderful ideas, it only benefits the BJP. So please don't be under that assumption that we do not want him to contest. We want him to contest. The reason we want it to be announced quickly is so that the entertainment value that he brings onto the table at most times is what everybody in election moment right now enjoys. And that's what we want. So I don't think it's anything else other than that. Because personally, he's our star campaigner and he should continue. In fact, I'm saying make it far more interesting. Bring Robert Vadra also into the game. Because Pooja Tripathi didn't talk very highly about Robert Vadra, considering she was talking about a close-knit family and that the Gandhis are you not considering Robert Vadra to be a part of the Gandhi family? If he wants to contest an election and is a part of the family, allow him to do that. Yeah? I think the entertainment value comes out far more higher.
Okay.
I think when it comes to when Savio says that, Rahul Gandhi brings, look at the elections now. Congress has come up with a manifesto and since day one, Prime Minister Modi, Amit Shah ji, Yogi Adityanath ji, all the frontline leaders are playing on the pitch of Congress manifesto, Mangal Sutra, Muslim League, inheritance tax. They're not talking about their manifesto, which is a glorified photo album of Modi.
Because our manifesto, Pooja, is known by the people. They are seeing our work on the ground.
He is asking the government.
We are merely exposing the hypocrisy of the Congress.
He is so rattled.
We are merely exposing the hypocrisy of the Congress, Pooja.
He is calling the Muslims.
Merely exposing hypocrisy, nothing wrong in that. It's election season. Election season, we have to expose the hypocrisy of the Congress.
Congress has reshaped. It has given the narrative in the election, and Prime Minister Modi is
the narrative of the election is being won by the BJP. Please go on the ground and find out.
Disinformation and countering them in every speech. He does not talk about his vision and roadmap. All he talks about is Congress manifesto, Congress manifesto. So you should thank Congress for bringing it.
The Congress itself has given BJP ammunition. The fact that Sam Pitroda has come out with a statement and the Congress had to distance itself from the inheritance tax subject that he had picked up, proposal of sorts that he had made, and BJP has played it to the hill, as any opposition party would. They are trying to gain traction and attention and perhaps even the votes of the people by putting it across and by using it. And that's unfortunately what has happened is that the Congress has ended up, falling into the pit.
No, I don't. He talks about Muslim League? Nowhere. He talks about Mangal Sutra? Nowhere mentioned. He talks about redistribution tax. It's Prime Minister Modi's fantasy, his idea. How does he want to counter the perfect manifesto that the Congress party has given? He talks about
nothing can be as hilarious as Rahul Gandhi talking about making gold out of potatoes.
Governed by the
Nothing can be more hilarious than Rahul Gandhi speaking about making gold out of potatoes, about Jupiter velocity.
Prime Minister Modi to not able to give a counterface to the Congress manifesto.
But at least let's just give the benefit of doubt to Rahul Gandhi. It was metaphorically spoken, so let's not take it in literal terms. But Advocate Manasvi Thapar, again, you heard it from the BJP leader and the Congress spokesperson. How do you react to this? And do you think this makes for entertainment value? And therefore, it is picked by news organizations because people want to watch this tamasha, read about it, witness the drama. And this Amethi Raebareli battle is full of this drama and the secrecy behind it. What is the mystery? And people are enjoying it.
When you are in public life, it is also a part of it. When you make some kind of mistake, you make goof-ups, and it's not that Prime Minister have not made goof-ups in the past or Rahul Gandhi does not make goof-ups. It's not that. Only thing is, when Rahul Gandhi makes a goof-up and BJP's IT cell is so strong that they just make sure that he's only full of goof-ups and less of a speech. And when Prime Minister makes up a goof-up, the Congress is not so much strong in terms of presenting the goof-ups of the Prime Minister. So there is where the advantage of BJP in terms of selling the goof-ups is much bigger in comparison to Congress. When my friend Pooja asked the right question to Savio about Kesarganj candidate, he didn't have that answer. So this is all about.
He didn't ask me the question.
She asked to the BJP spokesperson.
She's talking about
I'm
the
not the
Kasarganj
BJP spokesperson, my
candidacy
friend,
and the announcement that is still
You got
awaited
an
from the
election from
BJP.
BJP, so I thought I got an election from BJP, so I thought you are from
I asked Savio because I didn't ask the actual. I asked you, Savio, why is there inhibition to announce the capital?
Well, let me answer that. My answer to that is I don't know because I'm not a part of that team.
Okay, all right. So yeah, Manasvi, continue.
Yeah, so I feel Rahul Gandhi's perception has been built up by the BJP so strong that he is much of an entertainment value over something who can fight election, and that only has to be countered by Congress by making sure that he is a stable leader. He is a leader people can account for. His Bharat Jodo Yatra did something for him, but whenever he tries to make a speech or tries to connect with people, there are goof-ups which happens, and that has to be prevented. So now in 21st century,
it is not just the BJP, because when the left and the Congress fight against each other in Kerala, there have been statements to the point of Rahul Gandhi being equated to Amul baby.
Yeah, so I think that there is where the narrative goes wrong for Rahul Gandhi. Why? Because the India alliance itself is not a close-knit alliance. They have to be careful about the statement. So what happens is, in protecting Kerala region, in terms of protecting the vote share of Kerala region, you have to make such kind of statements if your voters like these statements. But what happens is, since Congress is a national political party, any regional political party makes a statement on Congress or Rahul Gandhi, it directly impacts their national aspiration and their vote bank. So that's a problem. So that communication from the Congress headquarters needs to go to the regional political party. See, in could be fighting heads on against each other, but as an alliance we are together, so we should not make statements which goes against one of the alliance. So that has to be closely and carefully done by the Congress, which they have not done.
Okay,
so
before a concluding comment from you now, what is the takeaway? Like I said, this makes for good viewing. People are interested in it because it has an entertainment value. But does this also support Rahul Gandhi and Congress's cause in hoping that people are going to vote for them, vote for the party, vote for the leader in the Amethi election if Rahul was to be fielded from there?
Well, I think, Megha, it is a larger dilemma in the Congress. Now, when two leaders today of the Congress in Delhi resigned because they were being forced to praise Aam Aadmi Party and they were opposing Aam Aadmi Party in Punjab, they resigned. That is the larger dilemma that the alliance is facing. And secondly, on the lighter note, when you talk of brainchild, in other parties, children have brain. In Congress, brain is still a child. So that's the difference that we are talking about. And that is what politics is all about in this. And BJP will use it to the hilt. You throw them a loose ball, they'll hit it for a 6. And they are good at it. You look at the Prime Minister, the way he uses each and everything. It is the Congress which is, throwing loose balls after balls. And what happens, you don't mention it, wealth redistribution in your manifesto, but you say it on a platform. by one of your greatest leaders. So that is, people look at it, people are closely watching. And again, I'm telling you, not announcing a candidate from Amethi taking so long may sound very good on TV channels, but it speaks volumes about the procrastination and the state of flux in the Congress.
Okay, all right. On that note, I'm out of time. I thank all of you for joining me on the telecast.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.